Hey y'all, this is Matt on Just for Fun. Thank you so much, everybody who's watching me, everybody for the likes, the comments, the subscribers especially. Big props to the new subscribers this week, appreciate it. This week we're actually doing a deck that was brought to us by a subscriber. So if you want me to play your decks, submit those puppies and I will play them. So let me bring it up here. Let's go on ye old Facebook page. If you haven't yet, please like us on facebook.com/JFFLQ. Hopefully your computer is faster than mine so you can get there real quick. Bam! Just for Fun, the Limited Queue, Magic the Gathering Network. So if you go down on the side here, you'll see visitor posts. If you have an idea for a deck, this is this place to put it. And if we look at this post here, Tony Panaway posted his suggestion for he calls it "Are You Dead Yet?" And what I did was I took his suggestion, I checked out the deck. It's actually a deck that I'd seen in action before, and I modified it in a few different ways to make it work a little better. I changed the mana base and I added some things and I recorded a set with it. And let's go over the deck real quick and then hopefully you guys can watch the set. Now, sorting by mana cost, you see, doesn't really do much here because everything in the deck costs 2 or less, which is the hallmark of a powerful deck. So 19 lands, 5 fetches, 3 Sulphur Falls, 3 Seam Beds, 4 Reefs, 2 Mountains, 2 Islands. Pretty easy mana base. The deck is based around the combo of Training Grounds, activated abilities of creatures you control cost up to 2 less to activate, and how that works with Is It Guildmage. So with Is It Guildmage and Training Grounds in play, 1 blue copies an instant and 1 red copies a sorcery. So what this lets you do is cast cheap spells, like copy them. So you can copy Bolt a bunch of times, or you could copy Serum Visions a bunch of times, or whatever, and this allows you to do that. Now, how it works with Manamorphose is each copy of Manamorphose is going to give you 2 mana and draw you a card. So by copying it for 1, you're netting a mana, positive mana, and drawing a card each instance you cast of this. You copy, excuse me. So you can basically draw your deck and have infinite mana, and then what you'll do is you'll copy Bolt enough times to kill your opponent. So you can do it pretty quickly. Like if you're up against a non-interactive deck like a green deck or whatever, where they can't removal your dude, turn 1 Training Grounds, turn 2 Guildmage, turn 3 Manamorphose, copy, win. It is possible. Now, it's not very likely, because that's not how Modern works, and people will kill your creature, they'll kill your Training Grounds, they'll copy they'll counter your Manamorphose, whatever it is. You won't always be able to do that. So the backup plan So the rest of the spells in the deck are basically there to help you stay alive, protect your combo, and draw to your combo. So we've got Mana Leaks, Remands, Spell Pierce as counter spells, and Muddle the Mixture, which is a counter spell, and B, a tutor for either Guildmage or Morphos, depending on what you're missing. And then we've got Serum Visions to help you draw the other piece that you need, and Probe to know whether it's safe, and to draw. And this is a great thing to copy off of Guildmage. That was something I put in the deck. So my idea was, well, we're playing all these cheap spells anyway, why don't we just you know, throw in a backup plan that happens to work well with the rest of our deck. So Young Pyro was my idea instantly, and I thought, like, this is a great plan, and it worked out really well for the deck, because it ends up being like a blue-red Young Pyromancer deck or a combo deck, and you can kind of like switch roles based on the matchup and how the game is going. And so with the sideboard, what I did here was I put in some more you know, more ways to help protect the combo if you want to go all in on the combo, or a way to transform. So there's Delver here in the board, so if your opponent, like, once you've killed your opponent with the combo, or once you've shown them Training Grounds or is a Guildmage, you're probably going to figure it out, and then they're going to board in Hate that'll deal with that. So if you board out all of the Training Grounds, board in the Delvers, and you maybe cut a Guildmage or two for some more counter magic, you can turn into blue-red Delver, and that is a deck that needs no introduction. So basically, the game plan of that is stick a Delver or Young Pyro and use all your cheap spells to protect it, and disrupt your opponent's game plan and win by tempo. And so having that secondary plan out of the board makes the deck a lot more interesting, because you can go for the fun deck, you can go for the competitive deck. This is a good in-between deck. It's actually, I found it to be fairly close to competitive, like more on that end of the spectrum of the decks that we usually play. It's also fairly budget friendly. I mean, I happen to have a lot of these cards to begin with, but there's not terribly many super expensive cards. Now, if I were to de-budgetify it, I think Snapcaster Mage would definitely be a good pick, because that lets you cycle the Metamorphose early without having to worry about running out of them. Or, you know, so either that or Jace, the 2-mana Jace would be good choices if you were to unbudgetify the deck. Anyway, I had a lot of fun with this deck. If you watch the videos, you'll be able to see me combo off, you'll be able to see me flip Delver and kill people, you'll be able to see me make ginormous amounts of Young Pyro tokens, and it was fun. So props to Tony for the deck submission. Please submit your decks, like the Facebook page and submit, and maybe I'll throw it together. I mean, so far I've done 550 videos or so, and I want to say like at least half of them were original ideas. But you know, it's kind of hard to keep that flowing all the time, especially with full-time job, wife, child, other child on the way, and just lots of shit going on in life. So feel free to submit, and hopefully I'll feature your deck and give you props. Peace, enjoy.